A moment ago, fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Buffalo Bills and the Detroit Lions. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Open man is Amara Darboh, complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 11 yards and a Buffalo first down. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
Here we go now.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. 14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs.
Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right. Back 99 Philly. Here we go. Hurry up. Here we go. No. Check. Patriot.
First down. Here's the run with Cook. And he's brought down.
Yeah, baby.
So the run moves the chains, and here we go on first down.
Tight end's Ringo. Tight end's on the Ringo. Tight end's on the Ringo. We got three.
He'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Collins. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. 11 more on that one and another first down.
Strong right.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Over the middle, complete. That's Collins. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it. They love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
Here we go now. No. Check. Patriot.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. It's the 2014 NFL interception leader, Glover Quinn. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown.
Did I just see what I thought I saw? Did I just see what I thought? That had to be. Come on, say it for me. Say it for me. Who picked up that pass?
It's a free safety.
Oh, you got to have those great skills back there. Eyes, anticipation, great hands. And, of course, how about the fluid moves afterwards to take it all the way to the house?
Sounds like you're watching your old game film up here in your head.
Yo, that's the dream I had of being that player. I just never was.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And following the pick six, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick six, we'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, Let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one.
Double tight, guys, double tight. 3 down, 3 down.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
Mike is 59. Mike is 59.
They're going to look to throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
Out of the gun now on third down. And he's got his man. It's Darbo. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first down, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. Boy, not what you want to see in quarter one of the new year. We'll be back.
Now let's go. 319. 319.
59's Mike. 59's Mike. Check, 59. You're not ready. You're not ready.
They'll set up to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Don't get nervous.
Hurry up. Here we go. Green
They'll bring a receiver in motion
Green
right.
39.
Looking to throw. Gonna look deep for Wilson. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
As my dad used to tell me all the time, when you're getting ready to play a big-time game, especially when you have one going into a dome setting, better strap it up tight because that crowd can really affect things.
Especially on third downs like the one we just saw there with the incompletion. So on fourth down, here's Ryan Quigley now to kick this one away. Back deep for the Lions. It's Golden Tate. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback.
Four down.
Now a first carry for LeGarrette Blount. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Boy, that's a lot of sirloin steak to be taken down for no gain, partner.
Are you trying to suggest that he is a huge man?
He is
not just a big man, a huge man.
Big boy.
Well, how about the credit then for the defense to be able to chop that big tree and put him on the ground?
I know back when you played, it took 4 of you to take a guy like that down, right?
Well, that's for sure. And you know what else? I didn't want to challenge him at dinner either.
Muscles by at the 25. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. 8 yards on the run there, and that leaves him with third and just a couple.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
And this defense looks for one more stop here on third after the run. Now Stafford. Buying time to his left. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tucker roll that they can fall back on anymore.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on fourth down, and they're going to go for it.
Set.
3
180.
down.
20 hot. 20 hot.
94 is the mic. 94 is the mic.
Wilson, the tight end, goes in motion.
Cut.
20 hot.
I got him on me.
Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on fourth down. On fourth down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. Taken in at the 22. And he finally goes out of bounds across the opposite 40. He had one man to beat. It takes a touchdown-saving tackle to bring him down. And the Bills are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. And a great spot to start this drive from here.
Right. He's tight right here. He's tight on the right.
All right, here we go. Green 39.
And now whistles and a
39.
flag, and I think we got a jump here. Jumpy on the right side of the line.
Sometimes when you're on the end, a little bit farther away from the ball, any type of movement will get you to jump, and that's exactly what happened there.
Detroit. Hurry up, hit you now, Barney.
On the counter, here's McCoy.
Wide. Get wide.
And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard.
Felt me get a little jangly up there before that last play call, and then once it happened, I was like, oh, because it feels like almost a missed golden opportunity to take a shot in that position.
You think 1st and 5, maybe you go for a little more than a short run?
Almost a free down.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here.
Here we go now. Blue 90.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. A dump off for Ivory. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Watch tight end. Tight right.
Here we go now. Blue 90.
Now a 1st down carry here for McCoy. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. Tried to get the edge there. The defense just too quick to the ball.
That's what we call total team defense there. Can't get to the edge, no place to move it inside, and then allows everyone else to run to the ball and create a big-time tackle for no gain for the offense.
Here we go now. Green 39.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Ezekiel Ansah in there to bring him down for a loss of 7.
Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right.
Hurry up, here we go.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He'll get this one complete to Zay Jones. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
They did a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
Yeah, as an offensive coordinator, if you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work. But in his defense, this has been a stifling defense so far. So they've got to start finding a way to unlock them as this game goes on.
And Detroit getting set to go now. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys a little bit jumpy.
But you do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3
and out. And now they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. Stafford. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Golden Tate, his intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
I think that's a big-time play there because the slant route is really hard to cover because the timing is so quick. But able to see it, diagnose it, and get to the football, that's why he was able to bat it away.
2nd down now after the incompletion. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. On 2nd and 10, Stafford. He's going to let this one go deep. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
They'll start the drive with a carry by McCoy. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 12 yards that time and a Bills first down.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
They'll run with Ivory. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Right. Stop your whining.
Now let's go.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Wide open receiver complete. And he's brought down.
Don't be mad. Don't be mad. It's more coming. It's more where it came from.
You got tight left. Hey,
Now let's go. Green 39.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Amara Darboh, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Try again with the arm here on 2nd down. He'll set up the screen to McCoy. And he'll go down at the 28. And give him 9 yards on the second down screen play.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
The Bills on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
Here we go. Here we go. Detroit. Detroit. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll try and run for it with McCoy. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
And they'll keep it on the ground with McCoy. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
Let's go, D. Tighten up. Let's go, D. Tighten up.
Hurry up. Here we go.
Out of the gun. They look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Collins. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. The Bills passing game getting them down the field. They've got another first down. The offense operating inside the 10 at the 8 here. It's 1st and goal. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We'll come back to Ford Field after this. 1st and goal from the 8.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end.
All right, no. Check. Leopard. Gun.
Now McCoy. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 4 on the carry there. It's 2nd and goal.
And, Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
No. Check. Patriot. Over. Watch him now, Barney. Watch him now, Barney.
They'll try again with McCoy. And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. LaShawn McCoy taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Bills are in for 6.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here come the Lions now. It's been an awfully slow start for them. This is their 3rd possession. They don't have a first down yet.
So that means they have to change up what they're doing, and for some teams, it's a change in tempo, usually moving it to more up-tempo type of an offense, just to try and change their fortunes right now. What they've been doing so far isn't working. Maybe they'll do that.
So he got free of 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Stafford barking out signals and trying to get his guys set quickly. To throw on 2nd down is Stafford. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Vontae Davis. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Watch right. We got right.
Here we go now.
And it's in the slot in motion left.
Check. Patriot.
I got it.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result?
Sacked.
Quarterback gets hit.
Single, slot. Hey, you're on an island over there. You're on an island.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue, line it.
George, watch 17.
Leopard.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's going to wind up and air it out. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Amara Darboh, the one he was looking for. And it's third down.
I know the initial focus was on how far that pass was downfield, but how about the coverage on the play? Able to stay with him, get his hands where the receiver's hands were going to try and catch the ball, tips it up in the air, and knocks it away.
Now let's go.
They'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Lion offense now as they get ready to take over. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these 2 teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Now he'll let it go deep right side. That's caught at the 25. Touchdown, Detroit. A big play there. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Lions strike quickly here for 6 points. So they're able to capture the lead here just before halftime.
And not only that, they get the ball to start the second half.
That's right.
This is almost like basketball down the stretch, right, where you get the 2-for-1 situation where you try and get 2 shots to your opponent's 1. In this situation, they got the touchdown. They'll get another shot at to start the second half.
Could be a big turnaround. Here's Prater now set to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And here come the Bills. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half.
Here we go now. Philly, here we go. Now let's go. Green, 39.
They'll start on the ground with McCoy. And he's going to go backward. They get him behind the line. So we've reached halftime. All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the third. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move.
Set. Red 80.
3 down, 3 down.
Here's Stafford now on second down. And he's got his tight end. This is Luke Wilson. And that's a big collision. He's knocked backward as they will mark him down. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10.
Right. He's tight right here. He's tight on the right. Tight on the right.
Set. 180.
3 down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 10 more there and another first down.
And that's a good sign right there as we start the third quarter. Because in the first half, not much space to run the football. And as we go into the half, we often think to ourselves, all right, what's the adjustment? What do they have to do? You know what a lot of the adjustments are? No adjustments. You know the game plan. Been working on it all week. Maybe a little tweak here or there, a little bit better blocking. And now you're establishing the running game.
And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice gain right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground.
We got double up.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. And, Charles, a couple extra defensive backs in here on 3rd and 1.
Not expecting them to run it at all.
Here's Stafford. And incomplete here on 3rd down.
On 3rd and 1, I think everyone in the stadium thought they'd try and run the football there, but they tried to surprise the defense and hit something through the air. Instead, it results in an incompletion.
So the kick from here on a field goal would have been right at 53 yards. But instead, offense out there. They're going for it. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage, look defensively. Now it's Stafford. And that is going to be incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Bills are going to get the football back. He'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down. And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, I've seen, you and I both been to practices where we're saying, hey, 3rd down situation, big 3rd down alert, lock in here. 4th down play, make sure you focus just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation. 11 yards and a Buffalo 1st down.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down, executed it to perfection.
Watch tight end.
Here we go now. 3-19.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Watch tight end.
Gun! Set! Green, 39!
They'll drop to throw.
Switch.
Over the middle, complete. That's Collins. A good pickup there, 26 yards. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways. Right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play. But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
He'll to throw. And he'll check this one down to McCoy. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. A gain of 4 on the play, and they're going to have a third down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
Blue 90! Blue 90!
Back to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Brandon, just mark that under the category of just not successful. Trying to throw the ball, just didn't work on that one.
Completed it. No yardage. And Hauschka's kick is good. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13. A decent drive there to start the third quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they do inch a bit closer.
Yeah, still lots of time to go in this one. Take the points, move on, and let your defense try to get the ball back.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. So the Lions offense ready to go back out onto the field. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what.
And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. And there they bring pressure from the inside, and they get home.
Yeah, hard to block everyone, isn't it? And on this play, someone did not get blocked. He's the one who got home.
Strong right, strong right, strong right.
Set! Get it, 20!
On second down, here's Stafford. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Shaw. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Let's get it.
And they get the completed pass, but still have more to go here on 3rd down.
Here we go.
Hey, guys, check me out. We got 3 down, but we got to stand up over there.
Wait, hot.
Stafford. And he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time has run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Here's Sam Martin now. On for his 2nd punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. This will be fielded at the 17. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. And the Bills getting set to go. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points.
Now let's
But
go.
also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and it'll be 2nd down.
Check.
Now let's go.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And Jones has it over the middle. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 15 yards that time, and a Buffalo first.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
3-19.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Now on 1st first down. He'll drop to throw it. Going to drop this off to McCoy. Complete. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a first down. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. 10th carry now for McCoy. And he's going to take this one down inside the 45. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Now let's go.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And look out, a big hit to the shoulder pads took him right off his feet. The Bills passing game getting him down the field. They've got another first down. Well, some good games around the league here early in week 1, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10.
Patriot! Blue 90! Detroit!
A give to McCoy. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Oh, partner, that play brought back memories. Watching them string it out, letting the runner get all the way to the sideline area, but not letting him get out of bounds. They formed that picket fence and didn't allow him through.
Not only that, got him for a loss as well here. And one of the reasons they lead in the 4th quarter, plays like that.
Yeah, it took a little more time off the clock, making him do it that way, didn't they?
Again, it's McCoy. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Count me as a little bit surprised by what we just saw there, because this has been a pretty long drive, and normally you think that wears down a defense. In this case, looked like the offensive line let them down a little bit.
Yeah, allowed the penetration and the ability to stuff him for a loss. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Hurry up, here we go. Detroit! Watch him now, Barney!
They're going to look to throw. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. It's a pickup of 13, but they're still a bit short, and it'll be 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This for the lead in the final stages. And Hauschka's kick is good. And the Bills have taken the lead here in the 4th. So the drive here ends with a field goal, and that does give them the lead, but this one is still a long ways from over.
And you love to be able to look up at the scoreboard and see that you're out in front. But then you take one look across the field and see that offense is raring to come back out, and you think, I don't know that field goals are going to be enough to get us home.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Here's Blunt, and he's got room. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Stafford, and finding the tight end Wilson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. So the offense has it 1st and 10.
Right. He's tight right here. He's tight on the right.
Set. 80.
They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on to it 2nd down. That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one because if he does, it alters the perspective of this 2-minute drill, doesn't it?
Tight end right.
He's back to throw. Completing it here to Marvin Jones. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That one goes for 24 yards.
Set. 260.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. And now the Bills are going to stop it as they call a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10.
Strong left.
Set.
Hey, let's
Go
get that
20.
Back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now the Bills will take another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation.
Tight right.
Set.
3 down.
Back to throw. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Galladay. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. So here we go, 1st and 10 now.
Easy.
Switch gears.
40 gut.
Jam.
Set.
Here's the first carry for Alex Collins. He takes it to the 15. A nice display of power. That gives him a nice pickup. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Yeah, baby. Woo!
And the 8th play on this drive coming up.
Ringo.
Hey, tag 50. Hey, I need one.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. It's a loss of 2. Now 3rd down.
I know they got a little yardage there, but I'm not sure their investment is right. They're still running the football, and I'm not sure there's enough time to continue to do that.
The Lions on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 4.
Hey.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They'll run again with Blunt. He will push his way down to about the 14. It's a pickup of 3, but it brings up what will be an interesting 4th and 1.
Got a quick flash about being in their huddle. Whatever the play call was, it was tagged with these words. Make sure you stay in the middle of the field. That's where we want to be.
And he did just that. Now the timeout will be called, so they're in field goal range with 3 seconds left. So here's the veteran kicker, Matt Prater. And it's good! And on opening weekend, a field goal to win it as time expires. And the Lions are going to win this game. And Partner, this first week, this first game that we get to call together, so special every year, week one. You had the flyover, the big American flag out there before the game, all the hoopla, just having football back, so special.
It is an opening day, opening game.
it.